The number of electric vehicles sold last year broke all the previous records. The EV industry touched the milestone of 1 million unit sales in calendar year 2022. Of the total electric vehicle sales, two-wheelers grabbed the largest pie at 62%, and the share of three-wheelers was 32%. The government has set an ambitious target for EVs to make up 30% of private cars, 70% of commercial vehicles, and 80% of two- and three-wheelers by 2030. But at 4.7%, the penetration of EVs is still low. Lack of a proper ecosystem, which includes the easy availability of charging ports, is one of the main reasons. So will commercial vehicles help clear the way and put the ecosystem in place? Experts believe they may hold the key, but how is the adoption of commercial EVs progressing? E-commerce and food delivery companies have been adopting electric vehicles for the last mile connectivity in their delivery fleets. The Delhi government too has also made it mandatory for the delivery aggregators to adopt electric vehicles in their new fleets.
If we were to look at the trucks, we have to also segment it into, say, the small trucks or the light trucks. You may still see some uptick in these. And again, those commercial vehicles, the three-wheeler tempos, are also seeing a huge uptick, and this is largely driven by e-commerce companies, So you will see some transition in this space till the one-tonners, or sub-one-tonners. And this is largely being driven by e-commerce companies because, you have a lot of delivery to make, intra-city deliveries.
Recently, Ola Electric co-founder Bhavish Agarwal announced that Ola will soon start manufacturing commercial EVs along with electric cars and two-wheelers. This move, along with Ola's plans to produce its own lithium-ion batteries, are one of the biggest initiatives in the EV sector in the coming years. Also, the Jupiter Electric Mobility, the company that is famous for making train coaches and railway equipment, is debuting into the commercial EV industry by launching light commercial vehicles in India in 2023. Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari has set a target of EV sales penetration of 70% of commercial vehicles by 2030. But is it feasible? A joint report by the Automotive Component Manufacturers Association of India and McKinsey says that only 10 to 15% of the passenger vehicles will be electric by 2030. The same report projects that by 2030, 60% of two-wheelers and 85% of three-wheelers will be electric. But for the four-wheelers, the report projects 10% penetration and 5% for heavy commercial vehicles. In the Phase 2 of FAME India scheme, the government has allotted 10,000 crore rupees for a period of 3 years commencing from 1st April 2019. Out of the total fund, about 86% has been allotted for demand initiative. This phase aims to generate demand by supporting 7,000 e-buses, 5 lakh e-three-wheelers, 55,000 e-four-wheeler passenger cars, including strong hybrid, and 10 lakh e-two-wheelers. Also, in order to reduce the prices of electric vehicles, it is important to manufacture automobile components and batteries. Towards this, the government has allotted 25,938 crore rupees under the Production-Linked Incentive Scheme in 2021. Adding to that, the government has reduced the GST for the electric vehicles from 12% to 5%, and also the tax rate of chargers and charging stations have been reduced from 18% to 5%. To bring down the initial cost of new electric vehicles, the central government has suggested state governments to exempt road taxes of EVs. India currently has 5,151 public charging stations, and this number is expected to increase to 1 lakh units by 2027. The country requires some 20.5 lakh charging stations by 2030 to operate the projected electric vehicle penetration across different categories of vehicles. One of the other major aspects that may hamper the EV penetration in India is the country's dependency on imports for the raw materials needed to manufacture lithium-ion batteries.
Majority of the cost of an EV comes from the battery packs. Some companies are using different kind of chemistries to mitigate that problem, to bring the cost down, whereas increasing the energy efficiency, the energy density, so that more energy can be packed within the same amount of batteries that they are installing. But that's the major challenge that I feel is with the four-wheelers and the commercial vehicles.
Since more and more commercial vehicles are turning green, it is highly likely that the EV ecosystem in the country will get a leg up in the coming years to cater to the growing need. Electric vehicles will be contributing towards India's target to be carbon neutral by 2070. It is estimated that 156 million tons of carbon emission can be avoided if India were able to achieve the targets set for 2030.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.